Hi Taurus, welcome to your monthly scopes. As always, keep in mind that this is just a general reading. Always take what feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So, Taurus, well, it seems that there's a relationship in your mind and a sense of decision making that it's needed into something about a nature of an emotional situation that it's not fulfilling you, that is making you feel a victim of circumstances or trapped into circumstances that are bringing you anguish and anxiety and worry. So there may be worries about the future of a relationship, if there's a future prospect of growth within this relationship, or if you should leave it behind. There's a decision making and there's choices to be done that are really stirring up your level of anxiety and your level of worry that you are self-fulfilling, because it's not that there's all that you are thinking it's not true. There's a lot of creation in your mind of those fears, and you may end up attracting circumstances about this situation that is worrying you. They are going to match your original thoughts, but because you were feeding somehow a lot of negative focus into the situation, is telling you that the majority of worries that you do have, especially if concerned with a relationship, which could be any type of relationship that is worrying you, most of them are in your mind. And if this is a relationship that you have felt already and you already understood that is not fulfilling your wishes, your sense of contentment, your sense of blessings, if you end up realizing that it was not the dream that you thought it were, it's about taking important decisions about expanding your life to different levels of emotional care, and knowing that you deserve more, and knowing that you are worthy of more, and also understanding that there's more love out there for you. If this is about a relationship that does fulfill you and it does bring you a lot of emotional contentment, you may have some anxieties whether it's it's a part of your future or not, or if there's growth possible in it or not, because there's some future orientation in your plans and in your goals at this time, and you may be thinking about if this person or this partner does fit that world that you do want to explore, so the dynamic of the path of your life. And also there may be a strong sense of differences around people there, type of people that you are attracting, that where those differences are so big that it takes hard work and effort to find a compromising point in order to establish if it is a relationship that has a mutual advancement energy and a future prospect or not. Also, the challenge here being the Eight of Cups, the challenge is to move away from situations that are not promoting emotional fulfillment. So there's a calling in you definitely in July that you need more, that you deserve more. There's passion being ignited in you, awakened in you, where you realize that what you have been putting your investment in, it's not returning that investment, and so that it's time to move away, to release yourself from that situation, to move on to another one, because it's not producing life, it's not producing the level of contentment that you do deserve and that you want to attract in your life. So your hopes and your ideals are not being met in the way the dynamic of a relationship is working, but also especially the dynamic of a relationship that you are having with yourself, a battle that you are having with yourself, if you should settle for what you have, or if you should be ambitious and go after more. It could be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be about an actual relationship, but many times we end up attracting a significant issue with a relationship. So we can achieve that level of clarity that that's an issue within us. If we settle for less than what we crave, if we dismiss the importance of our desires and our ambitions, or if we do go after it, knowing that there's much more, telling you actually that there is a dream to be fulfilled here, because you have the 8 and then you go from the 9, and the 9 is in the unconscious position. So do not dismiss the importance of your dreams and what you know you that truly makes you happy and fulfilled, because you will feel restless. There's a sense of restlessness as well within within this month, a restlessness that is more of an agitation of wanting to move the waters, of wanting to see things happening, especially if you have been on the fence for too long. You may feel that that fire being stirred up gradually, because the passion is calling to you, and the challenge, maybe it is just to actually make the step. And of course, that maybe it's time to move on from a period of life, from a pattern of behaving towards other one that brings real sense of compromise, union, respect for each other's boundaries and space and desires and individuality, not wanting to transform the other into anything else, having a deep mutual respect and appreciation for the differences that lie within each other, and finding a common ground simply in the love, where a love and care that you do not have to have explanations of why do I love you, why do I care for you, why do I want to be your friend, or why do I want you to take you in this next journey of my life. Simply settling for the fact that love is, without explanation. And so in your mind, your conscious mind knows that there's important bonds that need to that are flourishing, or that you desire to flourish at some level in your life at this time, but that do require from you either letting go of a past situation that still has emotional impact on you, moving on from any patterns of behaviors on your end that are not promoting that level of togetherness, either by fear, hurt, trauma, difficulty in feeling vulnerable, in trusting, in being intimate with others, or a mental scenario where you are always thinking about the worst scenarios over and over and over again. Like when we meet a new person and we had difficult stories in the past, and we are still in the process of knowing that person, and before we get to that conclusion of what do we feel at a real way, we are already putting a lot of what ifs in our minds. What if this person is going to disappoint me like the other one? What if this person is going to leave me like the other one, and so forth? And then we are not actually giving the chance to that other individual and that other energy that is within, that is being presented in our lives. And loving, real love, is always going to demand a level of risk taking, because you're going to have to open your heart and become vulnerable at the hands of a force higher than you. But is it worthy is also the question that you could be making in July. Is it worthy to dismiss the importance of these relationships, and how you want to maybe get to that place of attracting your dreams and your ideals of what love is? One that truly satisfies you, and one that truly makes you feel blessed just because it exists. So if you have been questioning if you should make important decisions about relationships or about future plans, where you want to move your life to another level, but you fear that that may have an impact on others that depend on you, or you may fear the criticism and the judgment aspect that you may receive if you do abandon, per se, something that you already have, those are mind imprints of sabotage, keeping you in a discomfortable place just for the sake of being there with no growth, no fulfillment, and you will create frustration and resentment. So July is an important month to really look to the horizon and see what you're try to understand what you are after. What is your desire calling you? Towards where your desire is calling you, or whom? And trying to be very honest and very vulnerable and very deep about the meaning of those experiences, not in your mind, in your heart. Where is calling you to go? In which direction? Is it telling you to leave a situation behind? Is it telling you to give a chance to someone or to something? Is it telling you to go, to move, to expand, to fly towards other levels? And also because you have been controlling yourself a lot, I feel you have been trying to subjugate the situation to a level of control that may be out of your control, and it may consume your mind if you're not careful. So, Taurus, I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you who have been commenting, liking, and subscribing. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.